Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Puranana Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Paramananda Madhavam. Let's chant the Shanti mantra together. Om Bhadram Karne Vishnuyama Devaha Bhadram Pasye Makshabhiryachatraha Sthirairangai Stuštuvagum Sastanubhihi Vyashema Devahitam Vyadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedha Swasti nastarksho arishtanemihi Swasti no brihaspatirdadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, the Upanishads are means of knowledge. Means of knowledge for knowing our real nature. Our true nature is not the body, is not the mind, or any of these conditionings. We are neither man, we are neither woman, we are neither young nor old. But our true nature is pure consciousness, pure existence, and pure bliss. The body is incidental. That I am a man or a woman is incidental. It's peripheral. It's not my true intrinsic nature. When I am in deep sleep, I don't think I'm a man or a woman, neither young or old. The awareness of these conditionings, why they call conditionings? Because they condition my nature to be this or that. They cast upon me a particular nature which is not true to me. Suppose there is a crystal, colorless, but suppose you keep a cloth nearby, a red color cloth, what happens to the crystal? The crystal is conditioned. It is not real. The crystal appears to be. So we call that a conditioning. I think for hair also they have conditioners and things like that. No? I don't know what they do. But I am talking of this kind of conditioning. A hibiscus flower. Then you keep a glass prism. Then it appears to be different. In the same way, when I was young, when the body was young, I thought I was young. Now when I'm middle-aged, I think I'm middle-aged. And soon a point will come when I will think I am old. And if I'm old, there a point will come when I think I'm too old. These cast a shadow on me. My true nature is not this. My true nature is free of these. And what is my true nature? My true nature is Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss. And which reveals this? The Upanishads reveal this. I am giving the answer to the question before. But this text will show us how I am of this nature. The Upanishad reveals my real nature. And therefore, it is a means of knowledge. Because it reveals this to me. Means of knowledge. Meaning the Upanishad helps me know this. And that is why it is called the means of knowledge. Alright? So Upanishad, Amritabindu Upanishad. Okay? Morning we saw. Then the invocation, the student and the teacher join together and they chant, we saw. Now it is time to go into the text. Okay. In any kind of discourse not in the kind of a lecture or anything like that, in any kind of one person coming together with another person and then they have a discussion. Okay? Discussion or a discourse. It can be of three types. Usually of three types. One is called, these are some technical terms, so you may note it down. One is called as Vada. Okay? Two, Jalpa. In our local languages, these words can mean another, whatever it may be. But here, you plus, it's a technical term. So, Jalpa, second one. And third is Vitanda. Vada, Jalpa, Vitanda. What is Vada? Vada is when two people come together and both of them have got a sincere interest to establish not their opinion but to come to a particular, to come to truth. They don't have a pre-established notion of what is right or what is the fact. They come with an open mind. But both of them are equal in stature. They both can give and take. That equal stature is there in thinking. This is called as Vada. In Sanskrit, we have a definition for that. Tattva Bubutsu Katha. Katha here is not story. Katha here is discussion. The discourse. And what is that? Tattva Bubutsu. Tattva is truth. Bubutsu is the desire to know the truth. Tattva Bubutsu Katha. You want to say that together? Tattva Bubutsu Katha. Okay? That is called Vada. Meaning, two people come together and both of them are seriously interested, sincere about wanting to know what is the truth. And both of them can give and take. So I say, you say something. Now that helps me improve my understanding. Then I say something that helps you improve your understanding. You are creative, I am creative. Both of us share and together we come to understanding which is far greater than what we would have individually come to. There is a synergy. Okay? Now this is Vada. Second is Jalpa. In Jalpa, what happens? You already have an idea of what is right. The other person has an idea what is right. That is what usually happens. Usually. I know what is it and you know what it is. And then when those two people come together, there is no open mind. There is a predetermined, preconceived notion of what is truth, what is a fact. Then what happens? Then you know what happens. All that I'm interested in is what? To say you are wrong and then I am right. To say that the Parapaksha is wrong and Swapaksha is right. Okay? This is called Jalpa. Jalpa. So in Sanskrit we say Parapaksha Nirakarana. Easy? Parapaksha Nirakarana and then Swapaksha Stapana. This is Jalpa. We'll say it together. Parapaksha Nirakarana Swapaksha Stapana. What is this called as? Jalpa. And what is Vitanda? See, in this what is there? In this a lot of ego play is there. I am right, you are wrong. And usually lot of sound is there and less of knowledge is there. The third one, you please see how our ancient masters have analyzed even discussion. The third one is Vitanda. This is very, very funny. Here, you want to destroy the other person's point of view. Whatever the other person is holding on, that is wrong. And if the other person, if he says, okay, I am wrong, but what is the truth? You say, I do not know. You are wrong. This is called as Vitanda. Now you please tell me, is Upanishad a Vada? Where both of them come together and share. Is it a Jalpa? No. Is it Vitanda? No. There is one category called Samvada. In Vada, what happens is that I give something, you give something. And then we exchange. And then together we work at an understanding. But it is not that the student gives something to the Shishya, student gives something to the Guru gives something to the Shishya, then both the Guru and the Shishya start thinking together and finally arrive at one truth. No, it is not like that. In Samvada, there is a lot of Vinaya, humility. The student goes to the Guru and with humility requests for the knowledge, and the Guru gives something, and the Shishya is asking question not for guiding the teacher also into a higher truth, but the Shishya is asking a question, what for? In order that he gets clarity, in order his understanding becomes little more better. This kind of discussion is called as Samvada. In Samvada, the student goes with a question. In Vada, what happens? Both of them go with a question. Do you see the difference? In Vada, I also have the same question. You also have the same question. I do not know what is truth. You also do not know what is truth. And together we share our thoughts. We work in a synergy and then we come to the truth. Whereas in Samvada, it is not like that. In Samvada, the Shishya comes with a question. The synergy is there. But it is one person not knowing and another person knowing. And the Guru gives the thoughts, and it is not that Shishya accepts it. Shishya accepts it. But the Shishya, in wanting to understand, asks questions. Lot of discussion is there, but the discussion is for understanding what the teacher says. This is called as Samvada. In Bhagavad Gita, every chapter at the end, you have this word Samvada, is it not? Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. Not Krishna Arjuna Vade, not Jalpe, not Vitande, but it is Samvade. The Upanishad being a Samvada, even though we do not see a question right at the beginning of the Upanishad. In some Upanishad, you find the question. In Kena Upanishad, the student is asking a question. Kene shitam patati preshitam manaha, etc., etc. And the Guru gives the answer. In the Amritabindu Upanishad, you do not find a question. It starts with the teacher's answer. But because Upanishads are Samvada, what you must understand, that there is a question. Alright? What could be the question? When you read the answer, the question you understand is, Guru, what is the mind? How do I get liberated? can I use the mind for liberation? What is the nature of the reality? Because these are all here. And the Guru gives the answer. Okay? So, now let us go to the Guru's answer. Shall we read? Verse number 1. Let us invoke the Lord's grace. May this pursuit of the Amritabindu Upanishad help us in the understanding the nature of our self and help in our self-unfoldment. With this prayer, we start. Mano hi dvividham proktam Shuddham cha shuddhameva cha Ashuddham kama sankalpam Shuddham kama vivarjitam Mano hi dvividham proktam Mano hi dvividham proktam. Mind indeed. Mind indeed. Dvividham proktam. Proktam is spoken of by the Shastras. Shastrena proktam. The mind is spoken of in the Shastra as dvividham. Dvividham, twofold. Okay? And what is that? Shuddham, cha, shuddham, pure, cha, and ashuddham, impure, eva, cha. The mind is twofold, Shuddha and Ashuddha. Eva. Only these two. See here, mind indeed, mind alone. Mind alone means what? Mind alone is twofold, pure and impure, not you. Not the self. It is a mind alone which is pure or impure. And then you think you are pure, you are impure. Mano hi is there. Okay? Now, let us think. See, the text itself starts with mano hi, is it not? Therefore, first thing we need to think about is, what is mana? What is mind? Mind is thoughts. Yes? And mind is not a thought. Mind is not few thoughts. Mind is a continuous flow of thoughts. Yes? And that flow can be pure or impure. But when you little more inquire, the word manaha comes from the Sanskrit root man. Manute. Meaning what? It has certain firm notions. Manute. Manute means what? It has certain firm notions. The flow can be anyway, pure or impure, but the word manaha tells you that there are some firm notions. Like a river has got a river bed, is it not? Which is firm. And on the river bed, the river goes, the river flows. The word manaha tells you that on certain firm notions the mind flows. Meaning there are some basic notions in the mind. It may flow Shuddha or Ashuddha, that is a different matter. But there are some strong rooted notions which lie as a basis of all our thoughts. What is that strong notion? And that notion is this: I am the BMI. I am the BMI. BMI, body, mind, intellect. The abbreviation. So this is a firm notion in everybody's mind. A particular mind can be Shuddha, another particular mind can be Ashuddha. One particular mind itself can be sometimes Shuddha, sometimes Ashuddha, but what are the firm notions like the riverbed on which the pure thoughts flow and the impure thoughts flow is this thought, I am this body, mind, intellect. Manute. This is the strong notion. Two notions are there. One with respect to oneself as being this body, mind and intellect, and another with respect to the world as true, as a fact. World is true as a fact means what? That what I see is exactly what I see. What I see is exactly what I see means what? I see in front of me this building. This is building. I see in front of me this watch. This is watch. I see in front of me those trees. Those are trees. This is called as Satya Buddhi. What are we thinking now? Mind is of two types, the pure and the impure. But what is that which is strongly rooted in everybody's mind? And that is this. Shall I say in Sanskrit now? Anatmani Atma Buddhi. Can you say that? Anatmani Atma Buddhi. What is Anatmani Atma Buddhi? In not self. The body is not the self. The mind is not the self. Not the self, not my real nature. But in them, I have a notion that that is me. This is first strong notion. Manute. Anatmani Atma Buddhi. Right? And the second one is what? Jagati, in the world. Jagati Satya Buddhi. Can we say this together? Anatmani Atma Buddhi Jagati Satya Buddhi. Once more. Anatmani Atma Buddhi Jagati Satya Buddhi. This is the thinking which is basic to the mind, because of which it is called manaha. Manaha, manute iti manaha. It thinks wrongly and therefore it is called manaha. We are talking of ignorant, samsaris. Right? So, with these basic notions which are there inherent, you please think for yourself whether these notions are there in you. Are they there in you? Yes? Yes. It is there, correct? And that is why what you have is called as manaha. Because it thinks this way. Anatmani atma buddhihi jagati satya buddhihi. Is there? Yes. Correct? Now, this is the basic notion, manute. And on this basic notion, the thoughts is like the riverbed. On that, the thoughts flow continuously. And that flow of thoughts is classified now into twofold. Shuddha and Ashuddha. Step by step, Don't take anything for granted. You please analyze. What is the basic bed? What is the basic bed? Anatmani atma buddhihi jagati satya buddhi. On that there is a flow. Everybody's mind has got a different flow. But what is the background for all our mind? These two. Having the notion of self in the not self, body, mind and all. And having a notion of reality with respect to the world of objects. This is their calm. Okay? Now, on this bed, river bed, firm river bed, flows the thoughts. And those can be Shuddha or Ashuddha, pure or impure. Whenever in the Shastra we say pure, please understand what we mean is Sattva. Sattva. Sattva means knowledge. Sattva means Shanti. Sattva means equipoise. Sattva means clarity. Sattva means understanding. So there are two aspects to Sattva. One is the knowledge aspect or the clarity aspect, and another is the peace or the equipoise aspect. All our minds, in spite of this background, there are times when it can have knowledge, when it can have clarity, when it can be objective, when it can be peaceful, when it can be equipoised. Then it is called as Sattva. Shuddha means Sattva. And what is Ashuddha? Rajas and Tamas is called Ashuddha. We said Sattva has got two aspects, is it not? One is what? Clarity. Another is equipoise or peace, Shanti. Rajas has got this aspect, which is agitation. Agitation, excitement, desire, passion, want. So there are two aspects to Rajas. One is a desire aspect, another is an excitement aspect, restlessness aspect. Okay? And Tamas. Tamas is what? Tamas is wailing. Wailing. Tamas is interesting. It is opposite to Sattva because Sattva is clarity. And Tamas is what? Ignorance, wailing. It's covered. You are not able to comprehend. There's something blocking your understanding. So that way it is opposite to Sattva. And Tamas has got one more aspect, which is lethargy, laziness, dullness. Now which is what? Opposite to Rajas. Because Rajas is what? Excitement, motion, movement. Tamas is what? Lethargy. So at one end you have Sattva, another end you have Rajas, and at one hand you have something which is opposite to Sattva and Rajas. Do you get the point? Shuddha means what? Sattva. Ashuddha means what? Rajas and Tamas. Okay, now let us see how he defines. Now we have understood. Now let us see how the Upanishad defines. Ashuddham kama sankalpam. Second line in the same verse. What is Ashuddha? Ashuddha is that mind which is with kama and sankalpa. Kama sankalpa. Okay? Ashuddham. What did we say Ashuddham to be? Ashuddham we said as Rajas plus Tamas. Is it not? Now, the Upanishad tells it in a more practical way, easier way. And what is that? When the mind has got Kama and Sankalpa, please understand it is Ashuddha. Now, let us understand what is the word Sankalpa mean, what does the word Kama mean. Sankalpa is Samyak Kalpana. I am saying the Sanskrit word, I immediately tell you what the English meaning means. What is Sankalpa? Sankalpa is equal to Samyak Iti Kalpana. When you have a notion in something as samyak. Samyak means what? Pleasurable, joyful. It is good. It will give me happiness. When you have this notion with respect to an object, that is called as sankalpa. When you imagine, I'll explain. Please note down your questions, okay? So, when you have a notion of something as it gives me happiness, anything it could be, okay? When you have a notion in something, this is going to give me happiness and I want happiness from that, that kind of superimposition of joy, superimposition, adhyasa, of joy, shobhana adhyasa. What is this term I said now? Shobhana adhyasa. Shobhana adhyasa means what? The superimposition that there is joy there. And once you think there is joy there, what will happen? Kama will start. Desire for that will start. So, what is the root of desire? The root of desire is sankalpa. We say desire is the root cause of all. Sometimes we say that desire is the root cause of all evil. But where does desire come from? Desire comes from sankalpa. Okay? So, when you say ashuddham, then what should be there? There should be sankalpa and there should be kama. What was our definition of ashuddha mind? Ashuddha should have rajas and tamas. Kama is what? Kama is rajas. Because kama will not allow you to keep quiet. What will kama do? Desire do? Desire will excite you. And once the excitement starts, agitation will start. Therefore, when it is said kama, what is there? Rajas is there. And when you say sankalpa, what has happened? You have superimposed, meaning you have imagined, you have not seen the right, whether it is right or wrong, but you have accepted in the face value that something is going to give you happiness outside. And therefore, sankalpa is born out of ignorance. And ignorance is what? Tamas. Right? Therefore, ashuddham is what? Kama sankalpam. The Upanishadic psychology. Right? The tamas and the rajas get together. The tamas starts the rajas. Right? And what is Shuddha? Shuddha is, please see what is written there. Shuddham Kama Vivarjitam. Shuddham means free of desire. Free of desire means what? Free of sankalpa also. Because as long as sankalpa is there, you cannot be free of kama. As long as what is the sankalpa? What did we say? One term we said, no? The superimposition of joy. Sankalpa, is it not? In Sanskrit, what did we say? Shobhana Adhyasa. As long as Shobhana Adhyasa is there, the superimposition of joy is there, can anybody be free of desire? Not possible. If you think there is happiness somewhere, it could be anything. It could be certain things like, where there is actually no joy. Is there joy in cigarette? Some people will say, what do you know, Swami? What do you know? But there is no joy, isn't it? There is no joy. But the person thinks there is joy and then immediately he wants it. We can cultivate also sources of joy. There is a particular fruit called I think fruit it is called avocado. AVAC, avocado. Anybody else? I think most of avocado. It's a particular kind of, sometimes they call it butterfruit. Butterfruit. The first time I had it, I was in a center called Kodaikanal. My first posting was in Kodaikanal. And there are some places nearby Kodaikanal where you go and Pannaikadu and all there. Some places are there. And then you get this fruit. So I went to, and then they said, Swamiji, avocado. I said, avocado, I never heard of it. Give, let me taste and see. And I put it in my mouth. What is this? But somebody is giving, so you cannot, you finished it. And then the person was looking, Swamiji, you see nearby there is some sugar. Mix it with that. Village. Mix it. Then I had. It was better. I can't say good, it was better. Now, you see, you are going to that place again and again for classes, so every day they give avocado. Every time you go there, then what happened? It was good. Cultivated taste. Really speaking, we cultivate taste in the world. What do you like, tea or coffee? Cultivated. What color you like? Cultivated. If you are a Telugu person, your color choice is slightly different. Then if you are, let us say, a Keralite, we cultivate notions of happiness here and there. The cultivated superimpositions are called as sankalpa. Ashuddham kama sankalpam, shuddham kama vivarjitam. Now, today in the puja, you remember, we'll take sankalpa. Sankalpa. Now, Swamiji, here sankalpa you are telling is imaginary happiness. Sometimes words have got different meanings. A particular word can have different meanings. There, the meaning of sankalpa in a puja is not imagining happiness. There, the sankalpa means a firm prayer, a firm decision. So, why are you doing the puja? For this purpose. Now, that becomes sankalpa. But here, the word sankalpa is not that. Because here there is no puja you are doing. Here the word sankalpa is what? Imagining happiness. Imagining pleasure. So let us read the verse once more, and now you see whether the whole verse is making complete sense. Before you read, I will ask you some questions. Okay? What is manaha? Because it has certain firm notions, it is called manaha. So now this is the answer you must give me. Okay? What is manaha? Because that which has firm notions is manaha. Now, second question. What are the firm notions? Anatmani atma buddhihi jagati satya buddhihi. In English, in that which is not the self, having the notion of the self. In that, in the world, having a sense of truth. Jagati satya buddhihi. Okay? Now the flow of the mind can be twofold. What are they? Shuddham and Ashuddham. What is the meaning of Shuddham? Sat Shuddha means pure, but what we mean by, is a technical term, no? It's a Shastra term. What does it mean? Sattva. And the flow can be Ashuddha. Then what does it mean? Rajas and Tamas. What is the nature of Sattva? Two things. Clarity, peace. Rajas, desire and excitement. Tamas, ignorance and inertia, laziness, lethargy. Okay? Now all of us have mind. Why do you have mind? Why do you have mind? Because you have the two notions. What is this, Swamiji? I thought I have mind. You said I have mind because I have two strong notions. Yes. Right? One. And now you tell me, all of you have mind, correct? Now, is it Shuddha or Ashuddha? No. Shuddha or Ashuddha? Shuddha. Okay? See, you have to practically see. All right. I think now time is 5:30, but let us read the verse once. मनो हि द्विविधं प्रोक्तं शुद्धं चाशुद्धमेव च अशुद्धं कामसङ्कल्पं शुद्धं कामविवर्जितम्. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ.